Welcome back, everyone. Here today we're going to look at the top 10 most dangerous fruits you should never eat. Some of these are going to surprise you, and others might make your mouth water. But please don't try any of these at home. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you're the first to see our latest videos. Let's start with 10. Vomit fruit. The vomit fruit actually does live up to its name. This fruit tastes like a strong blue cheese with some pharmaceutical notes and a bit of vanilla. Many say they taste like dirty socks, while others say they remind them of a hospital. This fruit comes from Southeast Asia, and it's called the vomit fruit because once you swallow it, it creates an intense gag reflex. It's almost as if your body thinks it's choking on air. So if you ever see this fruit, don't even think about eating it. If you do, you could be violently ill within minutes. 9. Durian. The durian is definitely one of the most popular fruits out there, and for good reason too. The smell may be disgusting, but the flavor is absolutely divine. Creamy, thick, sweet, vanilla, and nutty. What more could you ask for? The only issue with this fruit is that if you aren't careful, it could kill you. While it has all those amazing flavors we mentioned, there is also a small percentage of laurestine in the fruit. Laurestine is a naturally occurring toxin found in some plants, vegetables, and yes, fruits. That's right, some fruits have toxins that can kill you. In large amounts, Listerine can lead to numbness around your mouth. You will then begin to feel tingling in your hands and feet before eventually losing control over your entire body. In severe cases, Listerine can lead to convulsions, a loss of consciousness, and in bad situations, it can even kill you. That being said, it would take thousands of durians to kill an adult, so don't worry too much. Keep it in mind when you're enjoying a delicious bite. 8. Ackee. The ackee fruit is also known as the vomit fruit. You're starting to see a trend here. Why are there so many fruits that smell and taste bad but look so beautiful? It doesn't make sense. The taste of the fruit has been compared to chalk, soap, and even cat food. Now, aside from the awful taste, the unripe fruit is actually poisonous. When you cut through the skin of the unripe fruit, it oozes a black tar which contains hypoglycin. Hypoglycin A is an amino acid that causes a rare but fatal disease known as Jamaican vomiting sickness. The symptoms include severe vomiting, hypoglycemia, altered consciousness, seizures, and eventually death. The good news is, the fruit is safe to eat when it's ripe. The outer shell will turn red and open up naturally. When this happens, the fruit is safe to consume. 7. Limes and lemons. The next fruit on our list is actually two fruits. They're very similar, and they're also very dangerous. As most of you know, limes and lemons are used in cooking all the time. They add a nice tart flavor that balances out other ingredients. It can also be turned into juice and used as a drink. That is, of course, if you're okay with the terrible taste. Limes and lemons contain a high amount of citric acid. Citric acid is often used to preserve foods and prevent the growth of mold and bacteria. However, when too much of this acid is consumed, it can cause burning in your throat and stomach. This is why sour candies have that warning on them. If you eat too many, you will get an upset stomach or even choke. 6. Soursop. Soursop is a delicious fruit that tastes like scooping pure liquid sugar into your mouth. Creamy, sweet, vanilla, and extremely refreshing. We'd say soursop is the perfect summer fruit. The only problem with this fruit is that it can cause some serious side effects. These side effects include diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting. However, this fruit also contains something known as L-tryptophan. L-tryptophan is what the antidepressant medication Prozac is based on. Basically, soursop contains a natural version of this chemical. L-tryptophan is what makes soursop such a delicious-tasting fruit. But too much of it can lead to serotonin syndrome. Symptoms of this include agitation, insomnia, tremors, muscle twitching, and even hallucinations. 5. Noni, or vomit fruit. Yes, another fruit with a disgusting name. Like we said before, there's a trend here. The noni fruit grows in tropical climates and tastes like a mixture between a strong cheddar cheese and a medicinal tablet. It has a very pungent odor and an even more pungent taste. This fruit gets its name because it tastes so awful. You will inevitably vomit after consuming it. Noni fruit is also known as the blue cheese fruit because it shares the same taste profile as a strong blue cheese. This fruit is definitely not for the faint of heart, so if you're anywhere near a noni plant, stay away. 4. Castor oil fruit. The castor oil fruit tastes exactly like the name implies. It tastes like castor oil. To make matters worse, this fruit contains up to 4% of the oil in each seed. If you somehow eat the seed by accident, it will produce a large amount of the oil in your digestive system. Castor oil acts as a laxative. This means that if you eat the seed, you will experience extreme diarrhea and stomach cramping. Not only that, but the fruit contains a toxin called ricin. Ricin is a highly toxic protein that kills 18,000 people every year. The worst part about this is that ricin tastes like sugar. This means that you might mistake it for candy and eat too much of it. Once ingested, ricin travels to your organs and destroys them from the inside out. There is no cure for this, so if you accidentally consume any ricin, you better hope you have good insurance. No. 3 wild blueberries. Wild blueberries grow in the Pacific Northwest and Northern Europe. They're a bit different from the regular blueberries you'll find in the store. Not only do they look different, but they also taste different. Wild blueberries have a much stronger and more pungent flavor. While the blueberries you'll find in stores taste mostly sweet, wild blueberries taste like a strong cream cheese. The main difference between wild and store-bought blueberries is the pH level. The lower the pH, the stronger the acid. Store-bought blueberries have a pH of 4.5, while wild blueberries have a pH of 2.5. This means that wild blueberries are twice as acidic as their cultivated counterparts. This is why they taste so terrible. The high acidity in wild blueberries means they can easily burn your mouth, throat, and stomach. No. 2. Hog apple. The hog apple tastes like a mixture between an unripe banana and a strong apple cider vinegar. To make things worse, this fruit contains cyanide. Cyanide is deadly, and even small amounts can kill you. Cyanide interrupts the oxygen supply to your organs, meaning that they will eventually shut down. Even just one hog apple a day can lead to blurred vision, weakness, and in severe cases, death. Thankfully, the hog apple is very bitter, so most people won't want to eat more than one. It's mostly eaten by livestock and wild animals, although occasionally humans do try it. And finally, no. 1. Manchineel or beach apple. The manchineel apple is a strange fruit that tastes like a strong mango with a bit of lime. This fruit is also known as the beach apple, or La Manzana de la Muerte, which translates to little apple of death. This fruit gets its name because every part of it is poisonous. The leaves, the branches, the root, and especially the fruit. If you were to eat this fruit, you would experience an intense burning sensation in your mouth, throat, and stomach. Then you would begin to lose consciousness and eventually die. The worst part about this fruit is that it looks similar to regular apples. If you were on a deserted island and came across this fruit, you might mistake it for a regular apple and take a bite. Keep in mind, if you do this, you will die. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.